Did you know cardiovascular disease is the #1 killer of women, which is why raising awareness about heart disease is so critical? Here with more on how we can help by simply wearing red is Senior Vice President with the American Heart Association, Mel Edwards. Mel, we always love having you on Houston Life.
Thank you so much.
The statistics really are shocking. Nearly 70% of adult women in the U.S. are overweight or obese. Simple exercise can help, but it is the #1 killer of women, cardiovascular disease.
It is. So, and a statistic that we use is 1 in 3. So 1 in 3 women will die of cardiovascular disease. So when I take a look at my mother and my daughter and myself, I'm like, okay, 1 in 3 is one of us.
It's so scary.
So I keep saying, don't be a 1 in 3.
And we were saying during commercial break that women are actually less likely to receive bystander CPR in case of a medical emergency.
Yes, so it's about 34% chance that you will actually receive bystander CPR. A lot of times people don't realize that bystander CPR really is hands-only CPR. And not to date myself, but I learned on an Annie and it was mouth to mouth.
I did too.
So, all right, so I know you're younger than me, so now I don't feel so bad. So thank you for that. But it is. So it's all about the compressions. But most people are a little more intimidated to approach a woman simply because we're genetically different.
Different body parts.
Different body parts.
Let's talk about some of the goals throughout the month, because obviously we talk about this month and raising awareness is so critical. You hope that this awareness really lasts throughout the entire year.
Absolutely. So it's a 365-day awareness, but the first Friday of every February is National Wear Red Day. So it is Go Red. We have free resources on the American Heart Association website. You can share with your family. So it's Wear Red and Give.
Well, and the common goal here, as people are wearing red and raising awareness, the eradication of heart disease and also stroke. I mean, which is also, that's the #5 killer of Americans.
Correct. And of course, staying at home during the pandemic, it's only increased. So of course we are looking at mental health issues. We're not being able to get out, maybe not going to the gym, trying to find new creative ways to monitor your numbers. That's blood pressure, cholesterol, your BMI. So knowing those are really critical in knowing whether or not you're at risk for cardiovascular disease.
A lot of us, Mel, we might think of our parents, of our grandparents. The statistics actually show that even people over the age of 20 have a very high percentage of having some form of cardiovascular disease.
It's very shocking. So again, that when you're young, you think you're invincible, but you're not. So it's knowing your family history, it's talking about that with your doctor. It's returning to your doctor. Even during COVID times, it's going back to your doctor and making sure that you're staying in check.
Also, new data, I see here that Gen Z and millennial women, because again, women are disproportionately affected, that they are maybe less likely to know that they could be at risk. But again, nearly half of women over the age of 20 are at risk.
They are at risk, and we know that you can be very young and in your 20s and have a stroke. We have a survivor story that we're focusing on our Heart Ball next Saturday, and she was 24 years old and she had a stroke. So it doesn't matter your age, you're not invincible, and you need to know so that you're not a 1 in 3.
Wow, that's unbelievable. Unbelievable. And of course, knowledge is power. Let's talk about starting this conversation, Mel, because a lot of people are very uncomfortable. They don't want to bring up, they don't want to ruin the holidays with family or with mom or grandma. How do you suggest we bring up these conversations to let those in our lives know we really care about their health and well-being?
Well, one, it's being really transparent and being vulnerable, right? So when we talk about mental health and we talk about that connection, it's being vulnerable. For instance, my daughter didn't realize that my mother has had hypertension since she was 25 years old.
Which is high blood pressure, correct?
High blood pressure. So she was like, wow, Nana, I didn't know that. So you started at 25, so maybe I need to take a look at myself because now I'm 25. So it's doing it not from, I want you to be worried about me, but I want you to know so that you can be empowered, so that you can take care of yourself.
Yeah, and
it's
genetics. It's a gift, right?
Yes.
And that's a great way to look at it. And genetics do play a role, correct?
They do.
Okay. Let's talk just as a recap to wear red this Friday. So this is Friday, February 4th. People can wear red. Where can they get one of these nifty pins like the one I'm wearing right now?
You can go to wearredday.org or you can go to heart.org. Also, you can get a pen, but you can also have free resources that you can share with your family members, and then you can also make a gift to support the American Heart Association.
Of course, that is fantastic. Thanks for spreading the word, Mel Edwards, and hopefully we've inspired some of our viewers to spread the word as well.
Thank you so much, and thank you for the support.
Yes, always, always. Great to see you. And if you would like more information on this Friday's National Wear Red Day to give back, again, you can visit wearredday.org.